Okay, so what I want to do is just in this quick video is show you how you can upload images to a BCA Dealer Pro appraisal where no photos were evident when you originally popped the vehicle into the appraisal system. Now that might just be that the customer wasn't available and you just jotted some basic details down and sort of did a remote appraisal, so to speak, but obviously you wouldn't have images, as you can see here. So what we need to do is get the customer to send in some images so that we can upload them onto the system. Now there has obviously been some issues, which is really why I'm addressing this, where when you try to upload some of the images, the system basically, computer says no. So we've got a few examples, 3 examples that I'm going to cover off in this video, just to sort of show you potentially how you can remedy them. So if we have a quick look here, Jay has very kindly emailed me 3 examples of clients that have sent images in and we can't seem to upload them to the BCA Dealer Pro system. So if we go into the first one, you can see here it says that the image is too large. So effectively all of these, you can see there's sort of 4, 5 megabytes, 3 megabytes. So let's just take this one here, it's one of the largest, 5 megabytes. Let's give it a quick click. Up comes the image. If you right click in that image, you can click on the resize button and it will give you some various options that you could have. And the best one to click is the middle one, which is best for sort of emails and messages. It's not too big, not too small, so you get to sort of see it okay. So we give that a double click and it's now sorted. Happy days. When you do that, it automatically then says, well, where do you want to put it? Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to call this test image 1. Test image 1. And I'm going to put it into my little file here called appraisal pictures. So I'm going to click save on that, and then I'm going to exit this picture. Happy days. Now if I go back to my BCA Pro application, so it's just something you should all, this is the desktop version. So if, for example, I now need to sort of find that appraisal had no images, I've done a dummy one here. So you pop in the old reg number, and up comes the car that I appraised earlier. So there she sits. Give it a click, and it takes you into the appraisal. So I'm going to click upload images, and I'm going to put an image into this screen here. So it's really easy. You just click on the browse function. It just sort of says, well, where do you want to go? Well, I've actually already set this up just for speed so that it automatically runs straight to appraisal pictures. But if not, if you've got it in a different location, like on your desktop or at any other point on the computer, then obviously just click the file that's most relevant. So I'm happy that that's the image, so I'm going to click open, and that should hopefully just pop it into the BCA application. Maybe I should just give it a double click then and see what happens there. And there she goes, in it goes. So now that that's in, that's all pretty good. If you try and click save at this point, okay, it won't let you save it because it's expecting you to now put all of the images in. So it needs at least 3. So it wants a front shot, rear shot, and obviously one of the interior. So I think what I'll then do is I'll go back to Jay's email, and I think what we'll do is we'll take another one here. We'll open up this one very quickly. What we'll do is we'll resize it. We'll go the middle function here. I'm going to call this test image 2, and then I'm just going to save it. Okay, then I'm basically going to go back to my BCA Pro. I'm going to click browse, and I'm going to put in this image here. Give it a little double click and it should just drop in. So that's effectively when it's the wrong size. You can amend that accordingly. If we just go to a couple of other issues that sometimes people have, go back to the inbox and let's look at this second one here, BCL photos. Just give that one a double click, and it says here parameter not found. This is a very easy one. Okay, you'll notice there's absolutely no imagery whatsoever here, and I've checked and treble checked. The images that were actually sent to us by the customer are corrupt. therefore they will not work under any circumstances, no matter what you do in terms of changing the file format or how they're opened. So occasionally, people will send you photos that just don't work, so maybe they should just try another phone or something along those lines. But effectively, those images on this example are corrupt and they will not work. That's why the system cannot understand when it says parameter not found. So it's like trying to upload an Excel document into these images here. It's just not going to work because it's not an image. It has to have an identifiable image. So let's bin that one off and go to the last one, and just click onto this. And this one says invalid file type selected. So you'll notice here the file type is this last bit where it goes .png. Now on some of the last photos you'll notice it says .jpg, which means JPEG. BCA only accepts JPEGs. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that dodgy old picture here, double click it so it opens up. We are going to right click that again and we're going to save as, and this will take me to my appraisal pictures. But what I'm going to do is just save it in there for the minute as a PNG, go back to the image, you can see it pop in here, and now what I'm going to do is right click and rename. Once I rename it, it leaves off this PNG because it doesn't like you changing that because it thinks it won't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on there and just tab back and change it to a JPEG, JPG. Okay, then I just click out and it'll probably throw a wobbly. There we go. You might not be able to open it. Right? Yeah, I want to continue. So now it sits in there. So now, if I drop that into the BCA Pro application, you'll probably find it'll work because it didn't before. So we're going to double click that, and hey presto, he says, oh, it goes in. Thank heavens for that. So now what I can do is save that, and then you'll be returned to the main menu, and all your images are uploaded. So hopefully all's well. So thanks for watching.